SmackDown Live. Was it a good show? Debatable. Really, for me, besides the end and the WWE Championship promo, nothing else mattered really. Like, nothing else seemed important. It wasn't like, didn't hype you up for the Royal Rumble. But that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. But now let's jump right into this. So then we got a segment with Asuka and Becky Lynch. It was nothing special except for one thing, where Becky Lynch says, I want to be the woman who main events WrestleMania this year, which it's getting me thinking. I think they are having the women main event this year. I think it's especially Becky Lynch. I think specifically her, because why else would you say it was her? So I think maybe she might win the Rumble. Although I wouldn't be surprised if, Charlotte Flair and it gets into a triple threat match with Ronda Rousey. But no, I don't want to see it, but probably we will. But other than that, this segment was just, it was boring. There was no point to it. So that's all I have to say for that segment. I just have one question. Where is Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura? Where's the United States title? Like, the title is dying right now. Like, you're not featuring it on SmackDown Live, yet you have time for Mandy Rose versus Naomi. Seriously, you have time for that, but you don't have time for an actual title. Like, every other title was on SmackDown. It has been for the past couple of months. The women's title has been there every week. The world title's has been featured on SmackDown. And the tag team titles every week for the past year. Why are you not doing it with the United States title? Why are you keeping him off the show? Like, oh, we have nothing to do with you. Like, yet we, a good looking title. It's the U.S. flag, but why can't you just make some extra time? Like, make SmackDown 3 hours then, because I know people like it when it's 2 hours. I like it too, but when you can't find enough time to put a champion on your show, then you need to rather extend the time, move the title to Raw or another brand, or you gotta retire the title. Like, those, you can't just keep putting it back and back. Like, what's gonna be the plans for WrestleMania? Nobody's going to care about what the plans are for the U.S. title if you continue to do this. It's not a good business move by any means. It's kind of stupid, honestly. I'm sorry to say that, because I like Rusev, I like Shinsuke Nakamura, but their time is Rusev, it's not too late, but Shinsuke Nakamura, Jeff Hardy wasn't every now and then he wasn't on SmackDown, but he was featured a lot. Maybe not in storylines, but at least he was on SmackDown. He competed the title a couple of times on pay-per-view. But Shinsuke Nakamura's U.S. title reign, that was terrible. Like, the title barely ever made it on TV. Before this, he was the contender for the world title. He was featured heavily on SmackDown. But then when he was given the U.S. title, they just, push him to the back. Move the title to Raw then, because clearly all you're doing is destroying the prestige of the title. It's if you look at the Intercontinental title, it is heavily featured on Raw. Last week yesterday it was Bobby Lashley, flexing on and posing, but honestly, if they're going to do that with the U.S. title, then maybe keep it off TV. But I know they're not going to do that. But Seth Rollins when he was Intercontinental title, he was heavily featured. Dean Ambrose, he was Like, yeah, his title reign was short, but he was heavily featured on Raw. Same with Dolph Ziggler. Like, the U.S. title has been neglected, while the Intercontinental title is probably the best it's been in a while, actually. I mean, not gonna lie, Bobby Lashley being the champion is kind of hurting it, but it's not dying. It's not completely dead like the U.S. title is right now. It's not good. It's not a smart idea, and I really hope WWE starts changing it. Then we had Cesaro versus The Miz. Yeah, that's right. I'm not even going to talk about Naomi versus Mandy Rose. So, this was alright. I think this rivalry, I'm into it. But this is not where I want to see The Miz. Like, people want to see him facing Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. Yet you're doing this thing with Shane McMahon. I mean, it's alright. I mean, it treats Miz like a big deal because Shane is treated like a big deal, whether you like it or not. So that's cool, I guess. But I'd rather see him. Well, first, I'd rather see him as a heel. He works better. But if you're going to put him as a babyface, put him against Daniel Bryan then. Who knows? The feud could even be even better now because it has a twist. So I hope that happens. But it probably won't. But this is alright. I hope the match will be good. I think it'll be decent enough. Cesaro's a great wrestler. Miz is a great wrestler. And Sheamus is decent. McMahon, if he has good opponents that can carry him, it does great. Like, look at AJ Styles. So, yeah, this was an alright segment. It wasn't the best. The match was decent. And, yeah, that's all I have to say. Then we had a contract signing, if it was. I don't know. It was a segment between Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, and Mr. McMahon. It was good. It was a great promo. I loved it. It was a great segment. Daniel Bryan roasting the crowd. I don't know why he wouldn't get in the ring. And so Daniel Bryan was like screaming at the crowd. And that was pretty fun. I thought the highlight was for me is when AJ Styles went for the phenomenal forearm, and then Daniel Bryan pushed Vince McMahon in the way, and then he hit AJ Styles with a running knee. I thought that was amazing. Thought that was terrific. And yeah, I mean, I would rather see Mustafa Ali versus Daniel Bryan at the Rumble, but I think this rivalry was good. Their TLC match was terrific. Like, I loved that match. That match was probably one of my favorites. Like, holy crap. Like, this time a year ago, we didn't think that Daniel Bryan would be wrestling in a WWE ring again, let alone be WWE champion. Like, that's crazy. Actually, I was looking at some old videos. When AJ Styles first won the title, Daniel Bryan, as the general manager, celebrated him the next week on SmackDown. And if you then thought that, oh yeah, Daniel Bryan's going to be the one who beats him for the title, you are a liar. Like, no way, there's no other way to say it. You could have not predicted it. This is terrific. I'm so pumped for the Royal Rumble. Not exactly from these Raw and SmackDown, but I'm excited again to see this match. I mean, yeah, I don't want to see him in AJ in the title picture anymore, as much as a lot of people do. But just think about it. We're getting AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan, and we get to see that match again. I mean, that's pretty great and exciting, if you ask me. So, just hope for the best, right? Then we got Samoa Joe versus Mustafa Ali. Gotta say, this wasn't the best thing on SmackDown, but it was there. It's kind of entertaining. I'm excited if they have like a hard-hitting feud. I mean, if Mustafa Ali isn't going to go to WrestleMania as WWE to face Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship, I think Samoa Joe would be a fantastic alternative. I would be excited for that match just as much, if not more. Well, maybe not if more, but I would be pretty pumped up for that match too. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen in the future. Then it was main event time. Rey Mysterio versus Andrade Cien Almas. And if you haven't seen this match or the match from last week, I highly recommend that you go look at those because both matches were fantastic. The first match, undeniable. You can't beat that. That was probably going to be one of the best matches of 2019. It was great. It's probably right up there with John Cena versus AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan, like these types of matches. I think this match goes right up there, and I think this match will be terrific. And then it was decent. It was 2 out of 3 falls, so this one was great. Because 2 out of 3, you never know, especially when the pinfall is going to happen. It could be at any other move. That's not their finisher for the first fall. So that was pretty exciting. And then we had Samoa Joe interfere, that was exciting. Because it shows me that WWE is trying to protect Andrade Cien Almas from losing. When you think about it, that's pretty good. And then WWE went ahead while Joe was giving a promo, and Randy Orton returned, and then Randy Orton just RKO'd him out of nowhere. That was pretty nice, and I think the ending got me really pumped up for the Rumble, That's my SmackDown Live review for tonight. And so tomorrow I'm going to be doing a top 5 list. Friday, I'm going to be doing Royal Rumble predictions. And then Monday, I'll be doing Royal Rumble review. So those are probably the next couple of videos that are going to be coming out. Thanks for watching, and until next time, bye.